Welcome back to our channel. I want to say that we need to continue with the conversation that we started. That is, we want to let our family back at home who really we are, because we have put on this mask for a long, long time. And we have been misunderstood and mishandled. And that is why we want to put the record straight and tell you what it is that we go through in this foreign country. Before we continue with our discussion, I would urge you, if you are here for your first time or you are a returning viewer and have not subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe to our channel, share and comment so that together we can continue with these conversations. Now, last time we were discussing on the challenges of people in diaspora. Today, I want us to pick another misunderstanding. I'll call it misconception about people who live in diaspora. Okay, so people who come to these foreign countries come at different times of their lives. But I want us to talk about what really affected me, because it's a lived experience. People who just finish university or colleges and they are between late 20s to 30s, okay? So that person, male or female, it is the prime time of getting married and getting children. But they have decided, or fortunately they are able to be out of the country to improve their lives and that of their loved ones. All good, and that's fine. So we arrive in these countries, and I want you to understand, settling in these countries is not easy. It's a process. It can be painful, it can be long, it can be frustrating, but somehow we settle. Okay, so I arrive in this country and take time to settle, and I'm able to get work, and I'm able to look after myself, to look after my immediate family, after my relatives, after my clan, probably even, anyone, society that I will make. And that's fine. So I'm able to work, send money home and pay my rent, pay my taxes, and I carry on. Now, I wanted to talk about childbearing, child care in foreign countries. And today I want to talk about UK because that is where I live. So when we arrived here, I remember us being told, wow, if there is something difficult here is giving birth, because boy, there is no one to look after your child. And these kids are expensive. Trust me, they are expensive. And because of that, I want to tell you what happens. So I'll start by a couple. They have had a child or children. Now, this couple, they pay rent, they pay taxes, they feed themselves and feed their family. Child care cost in United Kingdom is very expensive. So if two parents are working and they have a child, okay, and this child after maternity leave of probably 3 or 6 months, the child need to go to a nursery or to be looked after when these two parents work. The salary of one parent is wiped out by childcare cost. Yes, you heard me right. Completely wiped out. That means the salary of one parent is what is paying rent, it is what is paying bills, it is what is feeding the family, and it is what is feeding that child, and it is what is feeding my family and the family of the father to my child or my husband. That's the truth about it. And my question is, do you think that is enough? No. And the struggles start there. Remember, don't even go there about single parents, because you can imagine what is going to happen. So what happens is that these two parents may say, look, instead of you working and giving somebody money to look after your child, how about I work and you stay home? My brothers and sisters, in United Kingdom, we don't have house girls. In United Kingdom, we don't have house helps. In United Kingdom, we don't have house managers. We have to look after our children. We have to look after our house. We have to go to work. We have to make sure that everything a woman in Africa is doing, we do it all by ourselves. So let's say the wife decides, okay, you go to work. and I stay home, that salary, it is not possible to help that family at all, at all. And I don't even want to say that the struggle starts there. So if the struggles continue, the wife might say, look, my husband, I know you work full time. Can you get a second job? Because it's the only way. So that man may have 2 or 3 jobs to make sure that he makes ends meet. My dear brother or sister, do not ask that family any money because they don't. They are struggling to make ends meet. The husband may have 2 or 3 jobs. Now I want to ask you, if that husband is having Monday to Friday and then do 4 to 10s, I don't know, at night, when does he meet his wife? No. And then so if you ask for money from him and he says he doesn't have, it's not because he hates you. He simply does not have. Sometimes it becomes so difficult to a point the wife said, look, my husband, I know you're trying, but I can try to do 3 nights. But that means you work all day, and when you arrive home, instead of going to sleep, you look after our child when I go for a waking night. Now, I want you to know a waking night is a place whereby you work with your eyes wide open, fully attentive. You're not sleeping, okay? So what happens is that during the day, you run around, you look after your child, you make sure that you have cooked for your husband, for your child. You make sure that home is okay, is clean. And at night, when your husband arrives, off. You prepare your child, you make sure that child is okay, can sleep. She may be asleep, he may be asleep or not. And the husband who has been working all day, and it's not probably an easier job, then is left looking after that child. So if that child wakes up at night and wants milk, it is the husband's responsibility to feed that child, okay? It is also the husband's responsibility to check that child until the following morning. And listen, after that, the husband wait for the wife to come back. She comes back, the husband have a shower, and off he's at work. So 10, 12 hours again, and the cycle is repeated. Let's talk about the woman who worked the whole day. Then instead of sleeping, she went to work for a night and come back. Do you think she's coming to sleep? No, she comes and continue to repeat to look after that home. Remember, if they have another child who goes to school, the woman prepare the child, take the child to school. After taking the child to school, go and pick them, cook, and the cycle repeat. Has that woman slept yet? No. Number 2, if they are married, you know what happens between married couples. Do you think, did I give you any time? There is time for that? No. So what do you call that? Those are people who are married but not married yet, in terms of, you understand what I mean? Those are people who are living together but not living together practically, because the one came in, the other one left, the other one goes, and that is that. And then you at home, all you want is give me money for this, give me money for that, give me money for that. And actually, when you call these people, you don't even ask, how is your family? How are you feeling? How is work? How is experiences? Because you don't ask us. We don't bother telling you. We just project this all good attitude or place. That is not what we are going through. The reality is there are some struggles in these foreign countries that you people don't go through, because you can afford house girls, we can't afford. And then let's talk about somebody who is not married yet. Do you know what happens? So you come and tell, for example, let me use myself. I arrived here at the age of 28, 29. And then, actually, I think I was 27, can't remember now. And then there is work, because you try and look after your family. You finish that, you carry on. And so 6 years down the line, you get this call. It could be from a family, from a neighbor, from a friend, from let's say from a family, and they say, "Oh, hi, Elizabeth. You know what? You know the lady you finished uni with. You know the other one who you finished uni with. All of them are married. That one have 4 children. The other one has got 2. The other one has got 3. When are you going to get a child?" Were you asking me that? I would have gotten a child if I was not looking after myself and you. How insensitive, how impolite, how unkind. Be caring. The only reason that we haven't been able to do what those others were doing is because the responsibility in our shoulder is broad and is a lot. We are not complaining, but we are complaining the way you are treating us. So please do not put us on the same box with the people we went to school with or the people who are our age mates. And to be honest, it's not a tick box exercise. No, everyone is different. And this is what we struggle with. You get random people telling us, when are you going to get married? Random people asking us, when are you going to have children? Random people, do you not realize you are growing old? Of course I realize, but you also gave me a job of paying school fees and all that. So people, be sensitive. I want us to have this conversation. Then you can understand what it is to be in a foreign country. It's not the same as living in your country. So thank you. Leave a comment there. Tell us how you have been relating with your relative who is abroad. You know what? Did you just think it is that easy? It's not easy. And I want us to continue with this conversation. Thank you and goodbye.